Hey everyone, my name is Courtney, and this is not the best attire to wear when trying a new intro for a video, but there's no better metaphor for my life right now. I am unhappy. I'm trying to find what makes me happy. It's going to be a journey because I haven't found it yet, and I'm turning 29 in a few days.
Step one, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun.
Hey everyone, I'm back, fully dressed. I have actual clothes on. That's a beginning step in becoming happier because I'm not in pajamas at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So I'm creating this YouTube to hopefully spark some passion, and I already feel a little more passionate about this than I thought I would, which is a good step. But I'm more anxiety ridden than happy, I think. And I think that's also normal, but hopefully it gets better with some practice. It's funny, but I've always stuck to things that I'm good at, things that I know I can succeed at, and YouTube is not one of those things. This is definitely out of my wheelhouse, and so it was really hard for me to even start. It's hard for me to do this now and feel confident about it, and that's part of, I think, finding my happiness is trying to push out of my comfort zone, because I've been in this comfort zone for so long and I'm so content that I'm not exploring what actually makes me happy or passionate. I'm content being bored and like unhappy, which is not contentment. It's more of like being too scared to explore what is outside the status quo, and I really need to do that because as of right now, I am not thriving, not mentally happy, not physically happy. So I've always had anxiety, not just starting new things, anxiety about everything. I cannot drive, and I'm not saying I don't drive, I'm saying I cannot drive because I am a hazard on the road due to how anxious I am. Right now I'm going through a phase where I'm scared to cook when I'm home alone, and that might have to do with, losing everything in a flood. I really don't want to lose everything in a fire. I've never caused a fire. I have never burnt anything even, but somehow my anxiety has just like really latched on to being scared that I'm gonna cause a fire. So I really don't like cooking. I'm scared of candles at the moment. That's kind of how my life is. It just constantly is me learning to get past a new anxiety that suddenly likes to crop up. So obviously I have a lot of anxiety starting a YouTube channel. A lot of anxiety to do with not being good enough, not being interesting enough, not being like something that will inspire other people. I don't know why I'm putting all this pressure on myself when it's literally just I'm trying to find a passion or a hobby, but it feels like if I don't do well at it, then what's the point of trying it? But that's not what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to get outside my comfort zone, and that means doing things that are uncomfortable. Can you like uncomfort? Can you like uncomfortable situations? Because that's kind of what I need to learn to do in order to be happy. I'm pretty sure of it. I don't think I'm ever going to get rid of my anxiety completely. It's kind of just, I've been through therapy, I've been through medicines, I've been through everything. My anxiety is here to stay. I just need to learn to cope with it enough to do things that are hard more often. I'm very good at doing things I'm good at. I'm very good at doing things I know I'm good at. I am not good at doing things that I have uncertainty about my skills and skill set with. So I need to get over that kind of quick because I'm about to edit a video for the first time, and I'm sure part of what stops me from trying new things is that, like, I know I'm not going to be as good as like a veteran YouTuber, obviously. And that hurts me. It hurts to admit that I'm not going to be very good at this to begin with. It makes me want to stop. Immediately I want to put this brakes on and be like, obviously don't even try it then. Like, if you're not going to be good at it, why bother? But when you're trying to find happiness, part of the situation is being uncomfortable and trying new things and trying uncomfortable things. And failing. I gotta be okay with just failing at things and like looking like a fool. So if I look like a fool, leave me a comment. Tell me. So if I look like a fool, leave me a comment. Be like, this is what, you need some work on. No, please don't. I can't take criticism. So I need to be good at just accepting that I'm not going to be perfect at this or anything I'm going to put my effort into. And that's a hard pill to swallow. I really don't want to be bad at what I'm doing. And I think most people feel that way. And hopefully I can get over that quickly and just be happy with what I'm putting out, be happy with what I'm creating, be happy with trying new things and not being good at it. You know what I mean? At least I tried. Isn't that what people like to say? It doesn't feel real yet. It doesn't feel like I'm gonna agree with that. But for right now, I gotta put myself in that mindset. Like, at least you tried. I don't like that, but at least I tried. So right now, my house flooded in Hurricane Ian. I lost everything. I'm laughing about it, but it took a pretty big toll because my husband and we owned that house and we bought everything that was in there, except for like a few kitchen gadgets and stuff like that. So we worked really hard to get to where it was. And you might be like, well, considering that was your first home, it's odd that you lived on the water. We did not live on the water. That's the fun part. Hurricane Ian was just so bad and dropped so much water that our house pretty majorly flooded. We lost everything. So obviously that's put me in a weird place because I was spending the last 5 years at my job working really hard and, putting my all into it because I thought money was the answer to me being happy. And I quickly realized after the house flooded that materialistic things do not keep you happy. It was a mind-blowing revelation. So obviously I need to focus on what I'm passionate about, what makes me happy. I don't know what that is. 29 years old, and I feel like I really don't know what makes me happy. And that's okay, it's a journey, life's a journey. So I'm making this video to hopefully not only kind of help me find my own happiness, but maybe I'll help somebody else too. That's kind of the goal, right? So like I'm doing a lot of self-reflection. I'm doing therapy once a week. hasn't come out with the best things yet, but I think that's because I haven't been focusing on what's making me happy. I've kind of been stuck in doing what I thought was the right thing to do. So I'm part-time for the first time in my whole life. And it feels really selfish and it feels kind of scary, but I'm doing it with the hope that I will spend more time on things that do make me happy. I will spend more time trying to discover what makes me passionate. So far, like filming a video is, it's pretty good. I feel kind of passionate about it. I don't say it's happiness yet. It feels more anxiety ridden than happy, but it's a learning curve. I'm getting there. I'm turning 29 in just a few days. And that's kind of scary for me. Honestly, I didn't think I'd make it this far, but I'm here. And I'm working on myself to hopefully not have those kind of thoughts. But I'm happy that I get to discover, hopefully with my part-time job now, what makes me happy. What does make me happy in the current timeline. Right now, I love reading, but I've always loved reading, and it's not really been like a passion so much as like a coping mechanism. So I read a lot, and I had a lot of books. I of course now have less books due to the flood, but I'm slowly but surely working up my collection again. Other things that make me happy, I'm trying to get into writing because I do read so much that like I think I have some good ideas for books. However, I find when I was working full-time, I didn't have the capacity to even think about writing after work. In fact, I had the capacity for like little else other than like vegging out on the couch or watching TV or reading. So I'm hoping that with the part-time hours, I can fit in some writing and stuff like that. And of course, I'll try to video that just a little bit, just to show like how I do it. I'm sure it's not very different from how other people do it, but maybe you'll get inspired. I really like fitness, partly because if I don't do something active during the day, my anxiety kicks in, specifically my health anxiety, and tells me that I'm going to get a blood clot. So when I tell you that I like fitness and I do it every day, I'm not exaggerating, like I have to, or I do poorly for that day. Like mentally I do poorly when I don't work out. So right now though, I'm gonna insert a clip of what my current workout is because it's kind of sad. I walk in place because my other options are going to the gym, which as soon as I get sweaty or my face gets red, I get anxious. So that's not really in my cards. I don't go to the gym. I could walk outside, but currently the temperature is over 100, so I'm not going outside for a walk. I'm sorry, I refuse to be miserable while doing my activities. So my current situation is doing YouTube videos, like workout YouTube videos, or walking in place while watching a YouTube video. It's not the best workout, I'm well aware, but it's what works for me right now, because I did have weights and I did have an elliptical and stuff in my old house, but again, it's gone. So like, there's nothing I could do right now. I guess the place we're living in for temporary time, it's really not that big. Like, we're in my office right now, and that's my husband's desk area, so like, there's really nowhere for me to go. So I walk here, right here, in place. It's the best I got. Outside of fitness and reading, I love anime and manga. I do keep up with it as much as I can. Again, after work, I really had no capacity to keep up with anything that took up brain power. So I haven't been as into it as I like could be. But with all my other hobbies, I'm trying to decide what is something I'm passionate about. Am I passionate about manga and anime? I could talk about it, but it's not something that like I feel the need to talk about, right? So much as like talking about my anxiety, I feel like that's gonna help somebody. I feel a little bit passionate about that. Talking about fitness, again, that might help somebody. Maybe there's someone out there who can look at me and be like, oh, you know, she works out and she's not the most fit person I've ever seen. So maybe, you know what? Maybe I don't have to look fit to be fit. Why did I start a YouTube though? Like, right? Because it doesn't seem like a passionate hobby. But actually I've been watching YouTube since I was like 13, and I've followed certain people that whole time. I'm still following them. I still like watching their videos. They've grown up with me, I kind of feel like. They're kind of my age, and I feel like I can relate to that content very easily. So YouTube always has been a passion, and I love talking about different things that go on in YouTube, but I also love that maybe I can have my own corner of the internet that likes to talk to me. Some of what contributes to me being unhappy is that I am currently lonely, right? My friends and family live 4 hours away now since we moved, and after the flood we moved, and so it's a little lonesome. I didn't really have a big friend group. I had like my mom, my best friend, and my husband, and that was my friend group, but now I'm down to just my husband. And it feels a little lonely, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm hoping that by making videos, maybe I can connect with people. Maybe I can create a community where I don't feel quite as lonesome as I do right now, because it's hard. And it's funny because I've always been an introvert. I've been very happy with my own company, but it's gotten to the point where it's almost too much. It's a little too introverted. It's a little too lonely, even for me. But I've definitely been struggling since everything that went down. So, you know, I'm trying to make connections. I'm trying to meet people. So maybe I could take you on that journey too, because meeting people is not my forte. I'm very friendly. I'm not very good at like staying in contact. Like, I'm good at first meetings and then never contacting again. So that's pretty much how my friendships go. But I'm hoping to change that, and you know, maybe I can inspire someone else to follow me on this weird little journey I'm on. Like, maybe somebody else finds some inspiration in this, and if so, you know, leave me a comment. Let me know that, hey, you know what, this sounds very familiar, and maybe we can start a conversation, because I need it. I'm gonna show you some quick clips of like just some things that have happened to me the past few days, and like my typical routine, and we'll go from there.
Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Yo, Set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 So life ain't easy, yo, I think there's a reason though. Ups and downs, just like every different season, yo. Sometimes I'm high, other times I'm barely breathing, though. I always gotta fight and hide from the demons, yo. Negative thoughts are poison, they rot. Head full of flies, so here come the clouds. They'll never stop unless I can swap all the bad for the good in my head when I'm lost. Yeah, so I'ma fake it till I make it. Positive thoughts are overtaken, I got patience. One day at a time is how you operate a cadence. A flow, you grow, you show yourself a foundation. Stay away from all the
Are you filming?
Yeah. I just want some B-roll.
Some B-roll here.
You broke my container. What a jerk! Why are you cutting it in there?
Yeah, this is weak.
No, it's a
Look at this shit.
Come on
Why
now.
put on there? This is dull night.
No, it's not.
Why I get this damn cutting board? This container's still good for anything non-liquid.
No, it's not. But it has the steel to the outside. It's not good.
Yeah, it does. I mean, you can't. Nothing's getting in through this little slit right here. I need the cutting board from down there.
Oh, you going for the cutting board now?
You know I'm doing it.
Learn the lesson?
Yeah. I'm gonna be the star of the show. See, they're gonna want me to come back as a guest star for all my antics.
Yeah, you are. Please be careful.
That was almost my finger.
Oh my god.